Welcome back. It's redemption day. This puzzle defeated me once. I probably won't finish tonight, but that's okay. I already have a puppy in my chair, so we'll see how this goes. Nasha's like very clingy today, so I'm sure this will be a lot shorter than I even want it to be. I would show you guys this. It's absolutely ridiculous. You moved? Okay, well, we tried. Don't look at my messy office, I'm sorry. We're changing tactics on this puzzle today. We're going to put in faces. I don't know why I was so dead set on doing this mom's way or sorting by piece shape and like putting it in row by row. I don't know. I was having a real off weekend. Like, I finally feel normal today, but like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Can you go over there? Come over here. Anyway, like I was saying, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I just was in a fog all day. Although I got a lot of work done yesterday for the channels. Because I'm going on vacation this weekend. Much needed vacation. Hopefully. It might get canceled for me anyway. If our dog sitter does not get better. Which honestly, no pressure because like getting sick happens. Not really much anybody can do about it. Okay, I'm gonna, as I find faces and pieces of faces, I'm gonna do the Jackie method. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I struggled so much on Saturday is because I don't puzzle alone. So I don't really have like technique of my own. I have technique with another person, but not necessarily by myself. So I was just like, oh, I'll do mom's piece shape sort and just kind of like do what I usually do, which is go row by row whenever it's a hard puzzle. The problem with that is that I just wasn't in the right headspace. And I spent so long sorting. So let's ruin it all today. I'll have a cup of tea. I have a tea latte. And yes, it has caffeine and I don't care. It's not really that late. We'll see how far we can get today. And hopefully I can do this before I go on vacation. Like the worst week to do a really hard puzzle, but the puzzle can't win, so I just saw this face. It's really the dog too. Like it wasn't just that the puzzle's hard and I was having an off day. It was also just the dog like all week was acting out, and I think she's finally realizing like I've gone back to work and she just can't cope with that. So it is what it is. Above this one, and then, oh, I freaking should have cleaned up this table before I started, but mom got puzzles and now they're sitting on my puzzle table. Yep. That's okay. Oh, there's like a bunch of fun ones right there. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's how I'm gonna just do it, is like, I don't know why I didn't realize it. Like the last like 10 minutes I realized it was a grid. And I don't know why I didn't realize it sooner and start putting them in place. But anyway, this is like Jackie from Patio Puzzles method is the find them and place them where they go. And usually I shy away from that just because, one, we have two people, so that makes that significantly harder. And two, it's not always easy for every puzzle. We're not very practiced in it. I feel like that's the chick that goes right next to that guy, but I also don't have like the ideal setup of what I would like to do, like how I would like the paper and everything to be set up whenever I'm puzzling on my own, because I kind of just defer to whatever makes it easier for mom. I think I'm gonna try to like clear off a board and just like place everything that's on the board. Maybe I was gonna do like interesting ones first, but I don't know. They're all interesting in their own way. And then maybe if we get lucky, we'll find a pattern. But I highly doubt it. I think I was relying way too heavily on a pattern. Quiet as anything before I go live, as soon as I hit that live button. Should I do a board first or the ones on the table? That's what I need to figure out. I'm just going to do the table first because they're right here. And then I'll have free table space to put a board down. I can't wait for like half of these to be wrong. It's really funny that I didn't think to do this sooner because mom is always telling me this is like my strength at like finding stuff. It just didn't There was no clicking. There's no synapses firing. It's kind of funny that I'm doing this today, though, because, like, the work today was, like, everything I freaking touched broke. And it was like, okay, I had to kid. It was crazy because I was feeling good whenever I got to work, because I got to work, like, only 10 minutes late, and I've been, like, struggling to get there, like, more than, you know, less than 30 minutes late. It's been, like, 30 minutes late, like, the last month. But I was like, oh, I made it to work only 10 minutes late. I'm feeling good. I hit every green light on the way to work. There was nobody in line whenever I was getting coffee, which is weird because it was like 8 o'clock whenever I pulled up. So usually there's a line. But it was just like a really easy drive, which is always like the worst part of my day, is like having to drive to work in the morning. Yeah, that goes there. But it was great. And then whenever I got to work, nobody was there because, like, various things were happening. And I was just like, oh, nice. I can sit here. I can eat my breakfast and, like, just, like, wake up, you know, drink my coffee. And, like, it was like the guys for our meeting didn't even show up. Like, they were in a different room. And I was like, wow, this is great. And then I dropped my breakfast on my shirt, and it's just all downhill from there. Just like, I tried so hard to have a good day, but like an hour in, it was not good. In my meeting, my director's like, so we're gonna have this done by tomorrow, and I was like, oh no. And then everything I tried to do to get that going today just didn't work, and that's just how my day went. But I got a bunch of videos edited today, so I'm trying to get 3 weeks of videos edited this week, so that I can take the next 2 weeks off, essentially 3 weeks including this week. But because we're going on a trip to Arkansas this weekend to see family that just moved out there, and then next weekend is my nephew's birthday, and then we're going on a trip to St. Louis. Mom, me and my mom are going on a trip, so we're definitely going to end up buying way too many puzzles, even though we're always saying how we don't need puzzles. But it'll be nice to just kind of get out. As much as, like, we'll probably do shopping, we'll probably do a lot of sightseeing too. I say a lot, I mean, not a lot, but it's going to be great whenever I can actually connect some of these. There's not enough information on that. Some of these are hard because it's just like a mouth, and a lot of like Lego mouths are just lines. It is interesting. I don't know why I thought this the last time I was streaming, but I did not say it out loud. But I think it's interesting, like, there's a few squiggles on these yellow blocks, and like we can tell what emotion they're having. It's so funny. It doesn't take much to emote, as we all learned from ASCII. It's crazy because you have to, like, make sure, are the glasses filled in, or are the glasses, like, not filled in, or is the mouth pink or not pink, because they have both variations. And honestly, I think that's rude. Also, they clustered all, like, the interesting faces next to each other, which is just rude also. There's nothing to, like, build off of. It's like the same face, but her glasses are black and hers are green. It's gonna suck when I get down to the not interesting pieces, but there should be enough pieces in once I do that I can kind of just, like, fill it in row by row at that point. I don't know what kind of crack I was gonna think that I could do that from the beginning, or that it would be fun, I guess. It's not even that I could definitely keep doing it that way. Oh my god, this shit. It just wouldn't be fun. That's kind of the point. You're supposed to be having fun. I think I sometimes forget that because I'm like, I must defeat this puzzle. And everybody who ever tried to doubt me, and it's like, nah, it's a puzzle, bro. I gotta remember that my coffee's not gonna stay warm over here. I'm so used to having my coffee, not my coffee, this is tea. My tea on like a warmer, because I drink so slow that it will get cold. I gotta remember I don't have one over here. I also don't think that I was playing like rock music because I thought it would help more, but I think my brain was like fighting with the music that day. Sometimes it is nice to just have some like quiet, calm music in the background. It's gonna be so much of me just like staring at this paper. I probably should have done like some studying in between. Yeah, like this mouth is open. Where does this face belong? Look, I have the whole face now. I have to reveal your secrets. How am I not seeing this? I swear, like, most people say red sticks out, like, in, like, puzzles with a bunch of color. But I feel like it's not red for me. Like, I struggled. You have to constantly be like, you're looking at red, you're looking at red. I keep forgetting to look at the very edge. Not like the edge pieces, but like the outer ring of the inner ring. Or the inner ring, the outer ring. You know what I'm trying to say. Second row in. Myself room. I have room. I don't know why I don't use it. Oh. It's fine. I'll fix it in a second. All that for a piece that I could put in. Oh no. Okay. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's now shifted a little bit, and it's gonna be okay. I know you're stressed about it, but don't be. Because there's nothing you can do about it, so why stress? It's my puzzle. I can ruin it if I want to. You kind of can't move. I guess that's one of the downsides to doing this method is you can't move it. I watched a video today about like 2010s or 2000s cartoons or children's shows. So there's just got like a bunch of like old cartoon songs stuck in my head. Blue's Clues. I don't even know the last time I actually heard the Blue's Clues song, but that's stuck in my head right now. The male song specifically, because I mean, one of the best ones. It's kind of crazy how I can tell like which one's like eyebrows versus mouth. And they're literally both just lines. But somehow my brain's like, yeah, that's the direction that goes because that's a mouth. Okay, brain, you say so. So interesting about this is like, I don't stare at faces, so like, constantly staring at all these faces, like slowly over time you kind of just like go blind to everything. You could have made this puzzle easier by being like, here's all the non-human like face paint people, here's all the beard people, here's all the glasses people. But no, they just threw them all in there. They didn't even make sure that they're all different, because they're mean like that. His beard's not connected to his sideburns. Beard connected to the sideburns. Sideburns connected to the hairline. Yeah. She's so mad because this morning I took all of her toys and dumped them in the hallway because I've been looking at my office because she's not allowed in here after chewing up my journal. So I took all her toys out last night because it's like, oh, I don't want her to not have her toys. But she just keeps going and sitting on them and being mad that they're not in the room. And I'm like, bro, if you want them, bring them in here. But it's going to happen again tomorrow. You got kicked out of my office for good. Unless I'm in here, you're not allowed in here. That's the deal. You can't be trusted. Your privileges got taken away. Made this tea way too sweet. I was like, it needs like a drop more of honey, and then I put a giant like splooge of honey, and it's like, okay, well, that was too much. Too much honey. I think I've already put in more pieces today than I did in like the 7 hours that I streamed the other day. I mean, technically, it depends on what you count as in because they're not like connected, but they'll come out with that kind of energy. Honestly. All the reflection of the ceiling fan on the spoon, and I thought it was like an ant crawling on my spoon. I was almost really sad. Oof. Almost jumped. Oh, white lipstick. I'm not gonna remember that when I find the piece again. That's the beauty of the puzzle. What you have in your hands is not what you find on the page. No, there's a hole in my shirt. Again, dogs. It's almost always because I leave my laundry on the floor and then the dogs lay on it and chew on something else on top of it and then end up putting a hole in my shirt. Sometimes it's just me, but usually it's the dogs. I just know one day my foot's gonna be asleep and I'm gonna put all my weight on it. I'm just gonna snap. That is definitely lukewarm at this point. I've definitely got more pieces in today. To be fair, I spent a lot of time sorting so that this part would be a lot easier. I just took too long to get to this part. Reminds me, I asked you to look at the table. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be streaming that much more this week, but gotta bother him again about it. I'm literally counting eyelashes right now. It's crazy. You know, this is the category. It looks like you have a great start there. Well, considering this has already taken me like 8 hours to get to this point, yeah, it's pretty good. It's going okay. I switched up strategies and that has helped a lot. I was trying to do it row by row because I sorted all by, let me go grab the dog food while I talk. But I sorted all of the pieces by shape. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to go row by row because all the faces are kind of like in a row and then put them in. But it took me like 3 hours to get the first 2 rows in essentially. So I came back in today and decided I was going to change up my strategy quite a lot where I'm just picking out interesting pieces and putting faces together and then I'll fill in the holes afterward, I guess. Because that's the way to do it. Sporadically, yeah, that's how I do. Whenever I was a kid, I used to do them on the floor, like carpeted bedroom floor, which we always had dogs too. So the fact that I kept pieces together for as long as I did is a miracle. But yeah, there's a lot of there's quite a few streamers that do jigsaw puzzles. We usually do ours on Saturdays, but obviously I didn't get finished on Saturday, so I was also distracted because the streamer awards were on Saturday, so I was watching that while doing some of this. Also, the more I talk, the less I puzzle. So, trying to be good and actually focus. Although I feel like this puzzle is not one of those ones that's gonna get like, we're getting closer to the end. It's faster and easier now. I feel like it's just gonna be hard until the very end. Unfortunately. That's the piece I tried earlier. I'm not looking at it. It made me mad. Oh, there's so many like half bits of stuff. It's gonna be a problem. Problem for future, Kelsey. Am I crazy? Oh, I'm crazy. She's way up here. Probably had her down there and she was not supposed to be. Although I guess like, I don't know. There's so many faces I don't even think you could like get used to them all. Like just like know where all the faces are, you know? Yeah, it's been a Monday for sure, but you know, we're here. We're alive doing a puzzle. What more could you hope for? And of course I went and got the dog food and they're not eating. That's what I thought. I've been trying to feed them all day and they just don't want to eat. I think it's because the dog food's the last of the bag, so it's like stale and they're just not having it. Not having it. Make them out of wood chips and sticks. Yeah, I mean, we have one wooden puzzle. I want to try that, but puzzle technology has definitely advanced. It's funny because it's like one of those things that like you would think that people would just like move on to like digital, but it's like with books, like there's just something different about a physical book versus like a digital book. Like I read a lot of digital books obviously because they're far cheaper, but I still, like, if I really like a book and want to support the author, I will still buy the physical book. One, because I like reading physical books, and two, I like having physical books. Same goes with puzzles. Like, I just don't get the same, like, enjoyment of a puzzle if I do it, like, in a digital program. Like this kind of puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. Because they have, like, free online jigsaw puzzles, but I don't know. It's just not the same. And we try to, obviously not, this is not a small company, but we try to buy from, like, smaller artists and stuff. And support them as much as we can. Not just big puzzle brands or like grocery store brands. We certainly should buy more of them because they're cheaper, but we do what we can. I really feel like this goes here, but then there's nothing in between them, so it doesn't make any sense. Moving on. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, the more like things go to like a screen, the more I like crave like a tactile feel. I feel like that's why so many people like fidget spinners or toys and stuff, because there's so much of their day is spent on like a smooth screen with no like tactile feedback. And that's coming from somebody who works in IT. There's sometimes where I get up while I'm at work and I just like go stare at something that's not digital for like 5 minutes because like you get lost in it sometimes. I assume whatever it is, it's a toy. She should be chewing out. Nope, that's weird. That's a sacrificial slipper. Don't mind that. She's chewed up, I think, 2 pairs of slippers by now. If I just let her keep one, then she won't keep looking for new ones to rip up. We have a board game collection too. Mostly because I have an addiction to buying dice and I need an excuse to do so, but also IRL board games are just more fun. I like being in the room with people. Like growing up with the internet, a lot of my friends were in high school and college were digital. Not digital, they're real people, but like online friends, you know. So now that I'm older, I'm like, it would be nice if they like lived in the same time zone as me at least. But it is what it is. But now I'm like, I don't even know how to make friends. You have to like go outside and talk to people, and I just hang out with the people I work with. It's good enough. I think that's what most people do anyway. Her favorite thing is whenever the ball bounces crazy and she has to like run all over the room to get to it. I'm a sysadmin in IT. I make sure everything stays on, but you know, usually I end up breaking more than I intend to fix. I end up like today I was trying to like set up some new stuff and then ended up breaking almost everything I touched and then had to fix it all day because that's just how it be sometimes. Yeah, I think there's a better vetting process whenever you have friends online. Like, it's just like you can like check all the boxes since like I want a friend that is interested in XYZ, and like you can't just like do that in person. You can't be like, can you tell me all of your hobbies, your star sign, your education level? Like, it's not. I'm not saying you do that online either, but like it's just weirder to ask all that stuff up front, whereas like you can go to somebody's profile and be like, oh, they like the show that I like, nice, or they play this game that I play. Like a lot of our friends are just like guys that we met online to play D&D with, and then we just kept playing D&D with them for the rest of time. That's how it goes. Yeah, and yeah, you're right. It's a lot easier to ghost people who are not imaginary, but sometimes can feel imaginary. You can just like pretend it was all in your head and move on with your life. I used to be so weird about it. Like if like people I worked with, I didn't really like them knowing what car I drove, which is kind of unavoidable, but I didn't like let them know where I lived or anything like that, or like where I like to eat, just in case like, I don't know, I got fired, they got fired, and it was somehow my fault, and like we had a falling out. Once I don't work with you, I don't ever want to see your face again. I was looking for this. Yeah. Oh, I tell people I just work here all the time. I used to ask for a raise every day. I think it's gotten to the point where now I ask for too much, so my boss is like, haha, you're funny. I'm like, no, but actually, though, I would be okay if it was, no, if it was for real, though. All jokes aside, I found a piece on the floor after I finished my stream last week. That's how chaotic, or last week, Saturday, was. I knew I dropped a couple pieces because the dog hit the board, but hopefully she didn't need any this time. That would be sad. We get fixed. Like, usually, I'm not gonna say we always will, but historically, since I've worked there, we get a yearly raise. So, is it the same as, like, inflation? No. It does not keep up with that, but, you know, whatever. Better than not getting a raise, I guess. These boards are getting a lot more. That's, like, surprisingly going well. After all my struggles. Gosh, I have so many boards. Why did I put them on boards? It's been like an hour putting them on boards. I can't believe we're at 12 months already. That's crazy. This puzzle is the devil, and I hate it. And I am disowning my mother for choosing it for me while she's not here. So, there's that. No, it's actually... Now that I'm out of, like, whatever funk I was in, I think I was sick over the weekend, and I just wasn't letting myself feel that. But now that I'm over that, and, like, you know, I don't know. Now that I'm over that, it's not that bad. And I've switched up tactics. I'm doing, like, the Jackie pick and place tactic instead of the Kelsey line by line tactic, because that just was getting me nowhere, so... This is going a lot better. Although I keep, like, bumping stuff, even though it's only me, so it's kind of silly, but... You know how it is. It's pretty much a grid system, so it makes it a little bit easier, but... is easy to lose track of, like, where everything is supposed to go. Okay, this is supposed to go like that. Let's go here. Yes, okay. Look, so many connections that we could get. Maybe if we got... Hopefully that wasn't a puzzle you just ate. Puzzle piece. If we get these, maybe we can get some spots here. Earlier I was losing my mind because I was just like counting eyelashes to make sure I had it in the right spot. But the more you get in, I was really worried that it wouldn't get easier with the more you put in, but I really do think it will. Now just like cut to me like in 10 minutes going, actually this just gets harder and harder and never gets easier. I hope my mom finished the puzzle she had started at least 2 years ago. Whew. Been there. That's good that you got done though. How she kept all the pieces, like I can't even keep all the pieces to a puzzle for like a couple hours. Now we have Sasha. Although I think she's getting better. Mom will never admit it, but I think she's getting better at being more chill. It's just kind of hard because she's going through a not like separation anxiety, but like just kind of pissed off that she doesn't get to go to work. Like I had to like physically push her back into the door like twice this morning whenever I left for work. She was not having it. She's like, no, I'm going with you. You don't get to leave all day. Not today. And I was like, I have to leave all day. I'm so sorry. I really thought she was going to go in there and she opened another book, but luckily, she did not. Ah, yeah. A real puzzle table. I mean, technically, any table could be a puzzle table. But yeah, one with like a cover. So nice. I'll go for another hour. Because I do have to do work. I probably should have already done that, but I kind of forgot. And then I started streaming. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it later. Just restarting a service. It should probably be fine. It probably won't bring down the whole system. Probably. It shouldn't. But it's been a Monday, so I'm gonna do it when everybody's sleeping and nobody's working. Well, nobody in the US is working. In hopes that it won't matter. Yeah, since we probably won't finish this today, obviously. I think I'm gonna plan to try to stream on Wednesday. Because I have to work tomorrow night, so I won't get to do it tomorrow night, sadly. I thought about doing a stream yesterday, but I was like, no, I need need to get some editing done. And I did. I got a lot of editing done. It was good. Actually very productive. Usually I rest, but since going back-to-back vacations, I just gotta make it there. I just gotta make it to my vacations, my birthday. Anyway, I think I've decided there's too many faces on here. Imagine you did a puzzle that was like 1,000 pieces, but it was only one Lego face. So most of the puzzle is just solid yellow. That would be probably, I don't know. I would probably like it. I don't know. I wonder if like sorting into like this has eyes, this has like left, right side of the face, because it is split kind of always down left, right of the face, and then like eyes, mouth, full face. Maybe that would have been the better way to do it. Because I'll say having it in shapes right now is almost useless to me. This face right here and this face right here are exactly the same except for the eyebrows. Okay, the mouth is slightly different too, but they are so similar. That's annoying. Didn't have to do it like that, you know? I wonder if I should try filling in more now. Because there's so many, like, I have so many, like, generic faces that are almost all the same. And I'm wondering if I should take a section like this and just try to fill it in. That's probably the better go here. Need to, like, do a purge of, like, soon, because the sheer volume of, like, notifications I get now is getting out of hand, and it's, like, so stressful sometimes to, like, even pick up my phone, because I'll have, like, 50 notifications, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I don't even have like a big social media account. It's kind of silly. I mean, usually it's work, because we just get a lot of email. Because anytime anything does something slightly out of the ordinary, we need to know about it. Do we? Actually, we even get notifications when things do the things they're supposed to be doing, which is silly in my opinion. Because I don't care if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I care when they stop doing what they're supposed to be doing. I need to get a coffee warmer for this table. Probably a little late now that it's, you know, winter's almost over, and I'll probably move back to iced coffee. I don't know, the place that Mom's been going to has really good, like, hot coffee, but that doesn't always translate. I do hear a dog growling. Okay, I'm not Gracie. She's in there making a low growl for some reason. She sometimes just growls long enough until she can get the other two dogs to bark with her, because she's silly. But they've kind of just gotten over it. They're like, whatever, she's barking at nothing. Pretty sure it's ghosts, but, you know, what can you do about ghosts, really? Last night, I got up because she was mad at me, so she walked down to the end of this hall and just sat at the, like, locked dog door, or the dog gate, and I could just see the silhouette of the puppy in front of the bars, and then I turned on the lights, and she's just sitting there, like, all, like, Shining style, and I'm like, could you not do that? And she just wouldn't move. It was freaking me out. I was like, can we not be creepy? It was, like, 1 in the morning, too. I was like, let's just all go to bed and never talk about this again. She's mad because she doesn't get to go out in the front of the house without supervision. That makes her angry. All blue with one section of red and one of yellow. Oh, there's another one? Oh, geez. You know, we did the rainbow bricks Lego puzzle, and that one was really fun, actually. But I remember the pieces being that more like plastic texture than what this is. This is just like normal cardboard paper. What microphones did you get? We got... Great question that I don't have the answer to. Actually, I probably do. DJI. It's like the same ones that like all of the big YouTubers use. It just looks like it has like a little USB-C receiver to USB-A, which is really handy. Actually probably have it because I was gonna like file a return. It's DJI mic 2TX plus 1 RX plus charging case. wireless lavalier microphone. We just got it from Amazon. Holy crap, it's $250. Never mind, I don't recommend it. They're not that bad. They're actually plug and play, which is really nice. But our charging box doesn't seem to want to charge on both sides. Only one side charges mics. I thought I'd fix it the other day, but I think I'm gonna put in a warranty just because they'll probably just send us a new one. Because the more expensive part of it is the mic, not the charging case or box or whatever they call it. I do need to do that. Put like what equipment we use below. I think most streamers do that nowadays. We just haven't had anything that like has been really nice, but I guess we do have a nice webcam now, and we do have these nice mics now. All thanks to my mom. She can't help herself. I will say it's nice to not have the mics in the way though. That did get old, and honestly it feels like we've gained like table space, so I think I'm gonna keep filling in. Like I'm gonna fill in this one next. I think that's a good option. Yeah, it's one of those things that you just have to like save up over time. Like I laugh sometimes when I rewire my computer because I have 3 webcams now, because like the 2 old ones are fine. They work just fine for, you know, the dog cam. So I just like have progressively just gotten slightly better ones and just kept the old ones for other things. And now I have so many. But I use them all. But the microphones we were using were just like $50 condenser mics, and it came with a stand and everything too, and I thought they worked pretty well. You did have to do a little bit more like audio like adjustment in the software, but it is what it is. You pay for convenience, that's for sure. This is the second week in a row that I've done a puzzle on my own. It's kind of crazy. So I was fixing the Jupiter puzzle last week. I think it's last week. It all kind of blurs together. This is the one that gave me a lot of trouble last week. This is where I kind of, this spot right here, is where I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing any more today. Because I could not find this guy's right cheek. It's you? Yes. Let's fucking go. Oh man, it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, one more piece and then we'll be done. One more piece. So sad. I want more than one more piece. What about 2 more pieces? Okay, one more face is what I meant to say. Okay, let me do a quick zhuzh and make sure none of this stuff connects, because that would be sad if it did and we just didn't connect any of it. I just want to kind of like reposition everything and make sure it's where it's supposed to be, is my excuse. That way when we come back on Wednesday, it's like a good starting point. Because I did move like this whole board at one point, or the whole square essentially, so some things are just not in their correct order, and that's okay. It's time for them to go home now, because we want the like lines between faces to like line up with stuff. Okay. That's all kind of where it goes, and we've made some new connections. We made this little hole, and I want to fill it really fast, real quick like. I knew where those pieces were. Please don't fall in the tea, that would be so bad. Although I feel like coffee would be worse. Pieces are hiding from me because they weren't telling me I should stop. One more piece. Okay, that's where we're gonna end today. Oh, we will be back. Can I do this in another 3 hours? That's the question. Maybe if I have enough done editing and I actually get some sleep tonight, I can stream tomorrow. Thank you everybody for hanging out, sitting around, chatting, lurking. We will be back Tuesday, Wednesday, and with more puzzles. So see you guys then.